Hey, welcome back to the Here's the Deal channel. Let's do something a little bit different in this video. Let's talk about police impersonators. And I just want to leave you with one quick question. Is there a difference between the actions of a police impersonator and those who are actually employed at a police department?
Here's the deal.
So here's the deal.
Pursuit of a Mazda heading south on 3 Points Road.
Here's the deal. All right, interesting video coming at you here, and I'm experiencing a little bit of difficulty trying to figure out exactly what the crime is in impersonating a police officer. Now, I know for some people this is absolutely obvious, but for probably you and I, it's not so obvious since there are only really three kinds of cops. If there are more, let me know. But the first kind of cop is the guy who's not out there serving and protecting, but he's harassing and collecting. He's basically terrorizing, he's extorting. And then there's the second cop who's basically complicit in that extortion racket because he's not stopping the crimes of the first cop. And then you have the third cop who sees all the crap that the first cop is doing, can't stand the fact that the second cop isn't blowing the whistle on the criminal cops, and he blows the whistle on him. Well, that guy doesn't stay a cop for very long. Maybe he's going to be ousted. Maybe he's going to be, they're going to start writing up the cop and putting him on suspension and then eventually terminate him. Maybe he gets caught in friendly fire as they're trying to do a drug raid because the cop is going, hey, I'm not going to participate in this drug raid because it's not a war on drugs, it's a war on people. Stop trying to confuse people with the euphemisms and stop your criminal activity. So you got those three kinds of cops. Like I said, if there's more, if you can think of more categories of the kind of cops that we have out there, please drop them in the comment section below. What you got right here is this guy, Manuel Nava, who gets pulled over by the Oklahoma City Police Department, and they end up charging this guy with impersonating a police officer, which, from what I understand, carries a 2-year sentence and a $2,000 fine, plus he's got this criminal record for the rest of his life. But let's check this out, and then we're going to delve a little bit deeper into what exactly it is that is considered a crime in impersonating a police officer. So stay tuned.
Hello.
Hi.
Officer Brock, Oklahoma City. License and insurance, please.
What's the reason for the stop?
So back there, when you change lanes, you change signals after you're changing lanes. You have to signal 100 feet prior to changing lanes.
I didn't know that.
Yep. That's how you change lanes properly.
Oh.
License and insurance, please. Is this like some type of old police car or?
No, I work at the National Weather Service.
National Weather Service. So why do you have your lights on?
I had them on earlier. I forgot to turn them off.
Okay.
Been driving with them. So used to it. Registration.
Yeah, I don't need the registration, just the insurance.
Okay,
please.
cool. No problem.
By the way, just a real quick side note, he's impersonating a police officer in a diesel Volkswagen Jetta.
So this one's expired. You have an updated one?
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you knocked on the window. Okay, no problem. Sorry, you dropped out a while back. I had to fix them.
So are you working right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just on the highway. I was taking some video for him.
Okay.
I got my tricorder right here. Tripod. How are y'all tonight?
Cold.
Yeah, I got a little bit of frostbite on my toes from earlier this morning when I was out. It was bad.
Yeah, it's not getting any warmer.
No, it's supposed to be just bad.
Do you want to just give me your license and then you can keep looking for the insurance?
Here you are, man.
All right, sit tight, okay?
Alrighty.
A house or a laptop? Which one do you think is worth more? Well, definitely not the house, because it not only costs...
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and have you step out, okay?
Why?
Well, because I told you to. Can you put those down? Do you have any weapons or anything on you, like anything I need to know about?
Am I being arrested?
Step out because I told you to. I mean, this is already tyrannical. First of all, the reason that they gave for the pullover is frickin' bogus. Did you commit a crime? Did you victimize anybody? Did you threaten anybody out on the road? Did you do it in an unsafe manner? Now she's asking him or telling him, get out of the car. He says, why? Well, because I told you to. No. For me to get out of the car, you have to suspect me of having done something before I step out of the safety and security of my vehicle. Well, I just want you to get out because I told you to, buddy.
Well, we'll discuss that here in a minute, okay? Can you unlock the door, please? Do you have any weapons on you?
No, why am I being arrested?
No weapons, no firearms, nothing like that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead and step out for me.
Why?
Face away from me. Face away from me, okay? Put your hands behind your back for me. Can you interlace your fingers like you're praying? Interlace them. Like put your fingers together.
Why am I being arrested?
We'll explain all that here in just a minute,
Well, I
okay?
don't understand.
She says so.
So before we go, where'd you guys? Okay, these are all his lights. Now he does have red and blues in the front. He told me he didn't.
What does it look like from? Oh, we should have taken a video of that for her.
Now, it looks to me like they're rifling through his car, which seems like it's a violation of your Fourth Amendment right to be secure in your person's houses, papers, and effects. To me, I mean, what do I know? They don't think that you should have blue lights like they have. They're going to find that this guy has like a pepper gun. They're real concerned about the fact that it might be a firearm, which would be in their minds or in our minds, from their viewpoint, a violation of the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms, which shall not be infringed. I mean, they're freaking out. Oh my gosh, he's got blue lights like we have. He can't have blue lights. Only we can have blue lights. He can't have a firearm. Only we can have. Oh man, we're freaking out. Wait till you see what they say about this guy. And you know what? He says he works for the National Weather Service. I don't know if the guy's lying. I don't know if the guy's impersonating a police officer, but they have jumped to the conclusion that he's impersonating a police officer.
Oh, what is this? A wannabe police officer?
What a crime to want to be a police officer.
Here you go. Here.
That side.
Where? Hold on. Just a second. On the other side. It won't unlock?
Huh?
Oh, I see. That gun. Oh shoot, I think I missed it. I think I moved. Shine your light again.
See, I couldn't see that. He doesn't have his phone. I can see that.
But I'm gonna get it right here so you can see the. just saw the back of that. I think it was a Glock.
I appreciate you guys
Oh yeah. Okay, we're almost done.
I'm afraid he's gonna go.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be
Go.
You need to just photograph us.
We're just gonna get this one picture and then we'll
Want the sweater photograph? You want to just hold it up? Okay. Can you pop the trunk? Can you take a picture of this? Take a picture of that. Here, kind of put the badge here. And just throw it back where we have it.
and then we need to.
Serial killer's trunk. I mean, honestly.
Did you hear what the female cop said? It looks like a serial killer's trunk. Hey, that looks just like one of our trunks from one of our police cruisers. It looks like a serial killer's trunk.
You got fishnet, you got ropes, you got...
There's a vest in there.
Oh yeah, there you go, ballistic vest. They
Can
did
you
say
pull
they,
that out?
They did say they found that in there. This is just great for the PCs. So much incriminating crap.
There's another, there's another.
Ooh, oh, even better. What kind of logo does that one have on it?
Another
Sheriff's office?
Yeah, I know.
Of some sort?
Okay, next one. Emergency management bag, signature that.
Sheepdog. Oh, here's a police belt.
There's one up front with a pepper gun in it.
A paper gun?
Pepper gun.
You talking about like OC?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So there's 2 police belts.
2 police belts. It's a leg
2
holster
vests.
that has a pepper gun in it.
Okay, pepper gun in it, and 2 ballistics vests.
Yeah.
Okay,
I need to
so-
get the other vest. So I already. Are these actually ballistic vests?
I think this one is probably. It probably doesn't have real Kevlar in it. Or real Kevlar, probably. It's fake shit, probably.
Yeah. There's no. Okay. That's hers, and then we can go through everything else. Okay.
So here's the issue that we have. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You're driving a vehicle that says police interceptor on the back. You have a spotlight, you have antennas, you have red and blue lights like we do. Only police officers should have those, okay? You don't work for the National Weather Service, okay?
I do
And
work for the National Weather Service.
an officer didn't give you those things to put on your car.
Yes,
So
he did.
you're being arrested for impersonating a police officer, okay? Do you understand that?
No, I
You cannot have a vehicle that looks like ours, that has lights like we do. You also have a sweater in your front seat with a badge.
You can't go around pretending you're us. If you go around pretending you're us, carrying the same equipment that we have, flashing the same lights we do, well, we consider that an offense. We consider that a crime, and we're going to take you in. We're going to kidnap you. We're going to fingerprint you. We're going to throw you into a rape cage because you thought you could act like us. Nobody acts like us but us. You got that, buddy?
And you have yet to provide us any type of credentials.
I can provide credentials.
We already asked you for those.
No,
and you
she
don't.
asked me if I had an ID for Lincoln County.
So what credentials can you provide us?
My cert credentials.
For what?
Community Emergency Response Team.
So where is it?
It's on my phone.
It's on your phone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, my lieutenant is checking with the sheriff's office to see if you do in fact work for their emergency management team. Okay. But
The sheriff's office.
aside from that, you have all these other things on your car that you can't have. Okay.
But I can have the ones in the rear. I can prove it to you.
And she says, you can't have these things. We can have them, but you can't. What does that mean? That obviously means that badges and costumes, special costumes, and the authority of the state grant special rights. We have rights that you don't have. We can do things that you can't. We are the masters, these cops are saying, and you are the servants. Yeah, I know we call ourselves public servants and we act like the public masters, but this right here is another example of where badges and uniforms do grant special rights.
How can you prove it to me?
I can show you the state law.
Well, I can show you the state statute too that says that you cannot have that stuff on your car.
But
Okay?
I can't.
Anything that alludes to that vehicle being a police car, like i.e. the police interceptor sticker, you cannot have, which you do. The combination of the lights, the police interceptor sticker, all of those things.
Well,
okay?
can I see your supervisor?
You want to see him?
Yes, ma'am.
Or you want to talk to him?
I'd like to see him.
Okay.
This was a partial record release by Oklahoma City Police from the stop. Nava was booked on felony impersonation of a police officer. If convicted, it is a maximum of 2 years in prison and a possible fine of $5,000 in Oklahoma.
Felony impersonation of an officer. Now, I just want to show you this real quick. It's pretty interesting because a lot of people don't consider this kind of thing, but police impersonation is an act of falsifying or portraying oneself as a member of the police for purposes of deception. And it actually gets comical here. Criminology research has developed a typology of police impersonators, categorizing offenders as, number one, police enthusiasts. I don't know if this guy is a police enthusiast. Maybe he does impersonate a police officer. Maybe he gets a rush out of pulling people over and having them think that he's some kind of authority figure. I mean, there are people like that out there, and most of them are actually working for police departments. Number two, compulsive deviance. What does that fit the criteria of? Every law enforcement agent who wants to grab the ring of power so he can have authority over you and so he can have more rights than you. Number three, common criminals seeking material gain. Listen to this. Common criminals seeking material gain through thefts and robberies committed through traffic stops and home invasions. Who does that sound like? Does it sound like the impersonators or the genuine articles who are actually employed by police departments? A 2012 article in the American Journal of Criminal Justice noted that distinguishing between real and phony officers can be difficult, and impersonators present themselves in numerous manners and commit a wide variety of crimes. So far, what we know about this in this little write-up right here, what is the difference again between the police impersonators and the actual cops? Did they not commit a wide variety of crimes in the name of protecting and serving the people? Impersonators do more than just pretend to be law enforcement officers. At times, impersonators engage in serious and wide-ranging crimes, including robbery, rape, and homicide. Let's see, who else engages in a vast array of criminal activity like robbery, rape, and homicides? Let's see. Just think Daniel Shaver. Think Philando Castile. What happened to those two men? What happened to James Boyd, a homeless man in Mesa, Arizona? What happened to Eric Garner, choked out by New York Police Department? A wide range of robbery, rape, and homicides. Think about, as far as the rape, think about this, the Oklahoma, I think he was the Tulsa, Oklahoma officer, Daniel Holzclaw. He was actually raping women, prostitutes, drug-ridden, infested prostitutes in the back of his police cruiser on duty. And they caught him. So I'm still not seeing a difference between impersonators and actual law enforcement agents. The same study found that, in general, police impersonators, depending on the type of offense, may be easily deterred. In vehicle pullover cases, most impersonators fled when the targeted victim was on the phone with 911, verifying the legitimacy of the stop. Additionally, potential victims who questioned the legitimacy of the stop and challenged the fake officer, or maybe the real officer, tended to avoid further victimization. Sounds kind of like what happens when you stand up for your rights to the real cops. They go further and they say, and this is like adding insult to injury, police impersonation has also facilitated extortion and assault. Police enthusiasts or aspirers drive cars equipped with police-style emergency lights, wear police uniforms, and carry fake police badges. Some sexual predators have impersonated police to commit sexual abuse, harassment, and rape. Impersonation involving police vehicle and uniforms has been widely used by Mexican drug cartels. So my question is, what is the difference between a police impersonator, and I'm talking about the actions of a police impersonator, and the actual cops? And should people like this guy right here be considered, criminals and go to jail because they aspire to be the very officers who engage in that criminal activity? It's almost like the cops are saying, hey, whoa. You are not allowed to commit acts of criminality against the general public like we are. And if we catch you doing the same things we do, we're going to throw you into jail. We reserve the right to engage in criminal activity all by ourselves. We don't need your help. Thank you. So my bottom line question to you is this. With regard to their actions, is there any difference between police impersonators and regular police? Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, take a second right now to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. I will see you guys in the next video.